Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well for this wonderful Monday morning, afternoon or evening across the world where you may be at. And today I've got a story from a Preston newspaper from a mother who had a situation in her local Asda store in Fulwood in Preston, and the headline reads, "Preston mother with autistic son walks out of Asda store in tears after being told to leave her autistic son at home by a shop worker." So for me, as an autistic woman, I felt it was important to bring you to the public attention. And I'm going to read the article and the accident that happened, the incident that happened, and then give my autistic thoughts towards the end. I do have my script here to keep to the facts of the story. So I do have my script here with part of the article written out that I wrote out the most important points of the story, and then I do have my thoughts written out on another bit of paper. So let's get into it. A Preston mother claims that both her and her autistic son left the Asda store in tears after being told by a staff member that maybe next time she should leave him at home. To me, this already sounds just a bit like ignorance, and the fact that she didn't know that the boy was obviously autistic or disabled of some form. Obviously, as we get into the story, I'm already kind of not sure what to think, but let's get into it. Miss Ellie Broomfield, who is 34 years old and has cystic fibrosis, which is a life-threatening illness, was shopping with her 12-year-old son Lewis with autism in the Preston Fulwood store when she was told by a shop worker that her youngster had been messing up the shop worker's shelves in the store that she'd spent over hours organising. So the first point I want to say about this is I understand that the shop worker was working her shift and obviously doing the items, putting the items on the shelves, stacking them and making sure that they're in the right order, in the right place at the right time. I understand that, so I can understand why she may be a little bit annoyed. But to be honest, what is a few cans going to do? What's it going to make a massive difference? So that's where my first point is. What's going to be so much damage that it stressed her out that much? So yeah, the story goes on to say that she told the mother that her son had messed up the shelves and that could she control her son. So me to tell a mother of an autistic son to control your child who has moved a few cans in the store just because he was helping his mum look for pasta flour, to me that just sounds a bit ignorant and a bit disrespectful. Like, by the end of the day, yes, he moved a few cans and made probably a bit of a mess and disorganised her shelf, but what does that matter? It's not going to take her long to reorganise that shelf to put all the cans back in the order that she wanted them, is it really? And that she continued to tell the mother to next time leave her autistic son at home. That really irritates me, makes me feel mad, because why would you tell a mother of a severe disabled child that not to bring him back to the store just because he messed up a few cans on your shelf and put them in the wrong order that you put them in? To me, that just sounds ignorant, and also you just sound really quite rude and unprofessional. Since the incident, Miss Eddie Broomfield has complained to the head office of Asda, in which the incident is being dealt with. So I'm kind of glad that the incident is being dealt with, but at the same time, the behaviour of the shop worker should never have happened. It should never have been allowed to happen in the first place. The shop worker clearly was having a bad day and had a bad, unprofessional attitude. So for me, that was just an incident, was a mix up of communications from her perspective, and she shouldn't have told the mother to not bring her son to the store. That's just a bad thing that happened. Unfortunately, obviously she was having a bit of a upset day and probably had a bit stressed out with some customers. So, and then the mother goes on to say, oh, at the time I was not directly facing my son. We were looking for pasta flour. Her son was turning the labels on the jars to see if it was the correct flour that they needed for the meal. Then the staff member aggressively approached her and said, "Is this child yours?" To which the mum replied, "Yes, he is mine." To which the staff member then replied, "Well, he is messing up my shelves I've spent an hour or more working on, so can you control him and sort him?" That to me is just ignorance. That is just, to me, rude. That is just, no, that's just horrible. So After this happened, the mum and the autistic son were left completely gobsmacked and filled with emotions and left the store. Since the incident, Miss Broomfield has said they have not been back to the store, and her son has even asked if he could be not autistic so he could be a good boy next time. That comment really irritates me because the staff member made the autistic boy feel that low, that upset, that he felt ashamed of his autism. That is disgusting. That is completely, utterly disgusting. That is unprofessional. That is really, really bad to make someone be ashamed of their disability. How dare you make a 12-year-old, an innocent 12-year-old with autism to feel like that? That is not acceptable. That is complete. I feel awful for the 12-year-old. I do. I hope that his mother and Lewis watch this video, and you do not need to be ashamed of your autism, Lewis. You do not need to wish that you wasn't autistic. There's nothing wrong with you. You're just seeing the world differently. I'm autistic too, so, you know, we don't have to be ashamed of our autism. I'm sorry you've had to witness that and go through that and experience someone being ignorant towards you. That's just really, really upsetting to me. I'm really sorry you've gone through this, and your mum as well, your poor mum who's had to deal with this situation. And then the son has also said that he wishes not to go shopping again so he doesn't risk getting upset. To me, again, this is now going to isolate him and isolate his mother from attempting to go into a supermarket. What right did the supermarket worker have to do this to him? And to the mum to say, can you control him? What was she thinking, or he thinking? I don't know if it was a female worker or a male worker, but to say, can you control your son? That is disgusting. Like, that is really, really bad behaviour. And to upset a little boy so much and the mother, they left the store in tears. That is absolute disgraceful, disgusting, unprofessional. That is misconduct. I hope that you seriously, Asda, take a charge of your behaviour of your staff and take this more seriously. I hope to God that you do some training on autism and invisible disabilities. This should never, ever, ever happen again. I hope that not another autistic person and not a disabled person ever has to go through this kind of treatment again. And as the spokeswoman since the incident has said, we are looking into this incident and we apologise for the negative experience that Miss Broomfield had while shopping at our store. We want all our customers to feel safe and welcome when they shop with us. That is a cop-out. That is a cop-out in so many ways. That you basically just said, oh, you're sorry for it happening. You're sorry that she had a negative experience and that you are looking into it. So what are you going to do? Are you going to discipline this staff member? Are you actually going to make sure they do training or have a suspension? Because this is absolutely disgusting. I would never, ever want a staff member of my store or to experience this. This is just absolutely disgusting. So what are my thoughts as an autistic woman to wrap this article up? My thoughts as an autistic woman is that I am truly shocked by the retail staff members' behaviour and actions at the Fulwood store in Preston. You know, this is not my local store. I'm not in Preston, I'm in Suffolk. But as an autistic woman, I felt it was important to talk about this and bring it to the public attention. This is completely unacceptable. Even when the mother tried to tell the staff member that her son was autistic, she was told to leave the autistic boy at home next time. This shows that the store or the staff there have had little awareness or training of disability or autism. And the fact she had the wrong attitude of talking to Miss Broomfield like that in the first place. I know that the staff member was obviously working hard or trying to sort out the shelves, but this was completely the wrong attitude and completely unprofessional. And I feel that the best way to solve this situation, to stop it happening again, is to provide training on mental health, invisible disabilities and autism, so that never ever again do any other shoppers or parents of autistic, disabled, physically disabled children or adults have to go through this kind of situation again. Please let me know what you think down below in the comments section. I will link the article in the video description down below. Please like, comment, share and subscribe, and I'll be back next time. Thanks for watching. Bye!